Two Channels Podcast.
Yeah.
Married couple talking TV shows and movies. I am Moose.
I'm Jody.
We're going to talk about a couple of shows this week.
Yeah.
A couple of shows. One's a docuseries. Docuseries? Yeah, it's a series. Do they make documentaries anymore or docuseries?
Both.
Yeah, they do both, right?
Yeah.
But we'll get to that in a second. We'll start with a show on Hulu called Under the Bridge. Did we introduce ourselves? We didn't, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know.
All right.
You
Well, yeah,
want
we
to?
did in the intro. Ugh.
Wow.
All right. Under the Bridge, based off of a novel about a teenage girl who was found dead in Canada in the 90s. And it follows the author of the book, played by what's Elvis's granddaughter's name?
Riley Keough.
Riley Keough. She plays the author of the book. She's kind of our eyes and ears into the story a little bit. So basically, this girl in Canada, she's a teenager. She doesn't quite fit in, and she kind of hooks up with these 3 or 4, we'll call them rebellious girls. A couple of them live in a halfway house for troubled teens.
A foster, of foster house situation.
And this girl ends up dead after getting jumped by a bunch of kids, and somebody took it too far.
Yeah, these girls are kind of idolizing they want to be gangsters. They want the gangster life. They want to go to New York City and work for John Gotti. And they're just kind of glorifying the thug life of the 90s there. So
Totally.
yeah, it's kind of interesting to reflect back on that time because, that was such like a big part of our culture growing up, seeing Notorious B.I.G. and, they just kind of hearing that in this soundtrack of this piece set in the 90s. It was kind of fun, nostalgic a little bit.
Yeah, there's a little bit of nostalgia, goodness there,
Yeah.
If you're a B.I.G. fan, you might like it because there's a lot of Notorious B.I.G. playing once in a while in the show. But, it's very much like a whodunit type of thing. We know at least one, if not a few, of these teenagers killed her.
Yeah.
But the question is who did
how?
Who and how did they do the, quote, final blow?
Yeah.
And why?
Yeah.
And interesting stuff in this. Like Rebecca Godfrey, Riley Keough's character and the author of the book, she kind of becomes friendly with these girls.
Yeah.
Offering them rides and,
Yeah.
I don't know how serious she is, but she was going to let Josephine come back to New York City with her.
I don't think she was serious. I think she just kind of uses people to get the information that she wants or gets people to talk to her.
Right.
So,
It's got Lily Gladstone, who got Oscar nominated for Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah. Good performance in this one, too.
Yeah,
I thought it was good acting all around.
Yeah, it was. It was good all the way around. Like that girl who played Josephine.
Yeah.
She's got like the bitchy alpha of the group thing down.
Yeah.
She's got it down pretty good.
Yep. And and some of the other supporting characters were really good too. I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to say, but it was good cast, I think. Good acting all around.
Yeah.
So.
And an interesting peek into different cultures, the main girl who Rena, who is the murdered teen.
Yeah.
Her whole family life and dynamic there is interesting.
Yeah, they are Jehovah's Witnesses. And, that means that, can't celebrate birthdays and holidays. And I feel like people that I know that were raised in that community felt left out and like they missed out on stuff as kids,
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and this girl's no different. She's not allowed to, go out certain places and hang with certain people.
Yeah.
But some culture stuff there. Boy, there's a moment there where Rena, she gets kind of convinced. She wants to fit in with these girls so bad. She's
Yeah.
at the foster home, and she so wants to be friends with them and connect with them.
Yeah.
And the one convinces her to make these false accusations about her father, that he either beat her or touched her, and he gets hauled off to jail. And
could you imagine?
oh my God, no.
Like, that's not just like a open and shut. Like, that can ruin your life for the rest of your life.
Like even being let go and no charges. You'll always have that stank of, he was arrested once because his daughter said he touched her. It's like, and then you got to explain it, and like, well, here's what happened. And even then people are probably like, oh, okay. And back of their head, they're like, mm-hmm. Yeah. Where there's smoke, there's fire, buddy.
Sure.
So that's just, I can't imagine going through that. I think
good
as a father,
God, like as mad as you've ever been at your parents, like that's just above and beyond. It's kind of really
that's above beyond the pale.
Yeah.
And that's a whole new thing. Like, but as a father, as a parent, I think my initial reaction is anger.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, I would think you'd probably tell him, like, you're a kid and you messed up here, and I forgive you.
Mm-hmm.
But geez, you're going to work with me to get this right.
Yeah.
You're going to do a lot of lifting to get this right.
Yeah.
What they can do, I don't know. But my point is, as a parent, you want to kick their ass right away. But I think eventually you come to a point where it's like, no, they're just dumb kid doing a dumb kid thing.
Well, it was interesting, that scene too, where, Rena created that situation. She didn't have anywhere to go. She wanted her to come back to the house and get her winter coat.
Yeah.
And it was like, you're not supposed to be here, like you did this.
Yeah.
These are the consequences of what you've done, and it seemed harsh, and then they kind of pan away and he put the coat out for her anyway. Yeah. Like, it would be such a hard dilemma, because that's still your child and you still love them. But man, that's a big accusation there.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know, that's just one small part of this story, which is kind of crazy story if you think about it.
And it seems like it's a story that really brings out parenting and children type of dynamics. There's a lot of that to really chew on in this story.
Yeah.
Because like Rena's parents,
they
want her to, to give her some independence, but at the same time, they don't want her to get hurt. So you're always kind of like in that, well, how much is independence and how much is, giving them too much rope to hang themselves?
Yeah.
And so there's that question, because you have varying degrees of that in this show. The one mom of, I forget the other girl who's kind of a B word. Is it Kelly?
Yeah.
Her parents.
She's very rich.
Yeah. And her mom's like,
spoiled.
You do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Go out. Yeah, she even lets her like essentially live at that foster home for the most part.
Yeah.
And so there's that. And then there's like the strict parents like Rena's. And I don't know if you have any parents that are kind of in between here, but the dynamics between parents and the child are on display here in Under the Bridge.
Absolutely. There's a little teenage rebellion going on there too. Like, some of these kids are just rebelling because they're not getting what they need,
Right.
And then like, Rena's parents see her kind of going down this bad path. You're kind of hanging out with the wrong crowd. And the more they try to hold tight, the more she just wants to run away and rebel against that. And sometimes, you can guide your kids, I think, but sometimes you have to let them come to those conclusions on their own. Like, this is not good for me. These people aren't good for me. I don't know why I'm trying to get their approval. You have to empower your kids to make those good decisions themselves. Because the more you just try to force your hand, I think the more they want to do the opposite of what you say,
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, this is an extreme example of how parenting is hard.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep.
Can you imagine?
It's like Jedi mind trick,
Yeah.
You gotta make them think it's their own idea, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this unfortunately, this girl paid the ultimate price with her life, and that family forever changed. And you see the aftermath of that. And I don't know, for me, this story was kind of anticlimactic, though. Like, you kind of knew, who did it, really. I don't know. It was interesting, though. There's a lot.
Yeah.
It's kind of too about, some of the baggage that people bring to the table and how that influences, the way that they see situations like this.
Absolutely. And that was going to, just to dovetail off of that, this is not a whodunit type of show, really. It's more about who these people are, trying to figure out who done it. It's very much a character show.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like you said, we knew who it was. There's probably 3 or 4 people that were probably responsible.
Yeah.
But the journey to get there and to learn about these people and see the dynamics play out, that's the interesting stuff.
Yep.
I think. But Under the Bridge, it's 8 episodes on Hulu. I think it probably could have been like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a little bit of fat on the show, but
maybe
it's still a good watch.
Yeah.
But I'd recommend it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agree.
Moving on to I guess kind of a whodunit documentary series called Perfect Wife: The Mysterious Disappearance of Sherry Papini.
Yeah.
This is also on Hulu.
Yeah.
It's only about 3 episodes long, which is perfect.
It was. You asked if anybody makes documentaries anymore, but I think it's done this way because they can do ad revenue. So it's more about docuseries, even though this probably could have just been a documentary.
Yeah.
They chop it up so they can
if you
float some ads in there.
Yeah, if you put this all together, it's probably one of those things. It was a documentary, and then Hulu bought it, and they're like, we're going to put this into 3 episodes.
That's right. We're going to chop it up and put some ad revenue.
So it's the story's about Sherry Papini. She's got a decent life with her husband, Keith, in a rural California neighborhood, a couple cute kids.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she goes jogging and she's gone.
Yeah.
All that's left is her headphones, some hair stuck to her headphones, and she's gone.
Yeah.
And nobody knows where she is. There's no motive. There's no leads, really.
Yeah. No clues. Nothing, really.
Yeah, we see footage from the interrogation room as the husband is brought in, and a couple of the investigators are kind of thinking he's responsible somehow.
Sure.
Even without a body being discovered.
Yep.
And it really pulls you up and down as far as where things are going.
It really keeps you guessing, that's for sure. Let's not spoil it for people because it is a short watch and it's a fascinating story that I think people should watch.
Yeah, I'm trying not to give away too much.
Don't.
But you walk away from this going like, why would somebody do that?
Yeah,
like what is the motive here? Is there a psychological break where somebody just needs attention? And
I don't know.
Because
the
thing that happened was just, you can't really explain it.
No.
She goes missing and we don't know why she went missing.
Yeah. And it was interesting at the end of this. I don't know if you saw on the screen, it said that they tried to reach out for her comment and nothing. So
I guess the only spoiler here is that she didn't die.
Right.
And she was recovered. But
sorry.
That's all right. No, it's
Spoiler
okay.
alert.
Well, I think by this time, it came out June 20th.
Yeah.
I think probably we won't give away too much,
no.
but she lives, but where she went, why she went, who was involved with her kidnapping, it's just like, what? And there's like touches of racism here. There's touches of, spousal abuse.
It's strange story, but worth watching.
Yeah, I would say going into The Perfect Wife, it's probably not going to turn out the way you expected.
No.
And I
definitely didn't for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a good watch. And, it's only 3 episodes. It's probably about an hour and a half long, all said and done.
Yeah.
Or maybe more, 2.5, but it's an easy watch.
It is. It's, you know, it's like this thing that you kind of stare at and you're like, how? Why? What? And it's like this puzzle to figure out. But it was sad because there's people attached to this. Like, you don't do, like, this stuff doesn't happen in a vacuum. You know, many people's lives were touched, and, you know, people who, people don't think about that, you know, that there are effects of their choices sometimes.
Yeah.
Far-reaching, rippling effects of
Absolutely.
Their choices.
Like,
So,
you know, nobody died on this.
yeah.
In this story, but relationships were ruined.
Yeah.
Marriages were ruined.
Yeah. Families.
All because one person got this burr up their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a crazy idea.
It's just
to do something.
It's crazy, but you should definitely go check it out.
Yes.
Perfect Wife, the mysterious disappearance of Sherry Papini.
Could you imagine if all of a sudden one day I was just missing? Like, I'm here like clockwork. It would be weird, right? If I went missing. Like,
oh, yeah. Like, there's been moments where, like, you went out to, I don't know,
I'm late coming home or whatever.
Yeah. You know, maybe you go to dinner with a friend.
Yeah.
And
get carried away with talking. Yes.
Get carried away. Or like, or even there was something, and I can't remember specifics. You went somewhere, maybe it was groceries or a car wash, and it was taking a lot longer than I thought. And my first feeling was like, oh no, what happened?
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
And then I don't hear back.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit.
I feel that way when you, like, you'll run an errand, you'll say, I'm going to store A. Okay. And then I'm like, it's taking a really long time. And then you get home and I'm like, what took so long? You're like, oh, I went to store A and B and C. I'm like, you should have told me that. I would have adjusted my expectations here.
What, so like communication's important?
It kind of is, yeah.
Bullshit.
Oh, is that the problem of this docuseries? They just need to communicate more. Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
Let's watch it again and see if we can solve that problem for them.
No, I think there's just people who are fucked up.
I guess so.
Just something happened or nature, nurture, whatever, and they just need this thing filled in them that the perfect life and kids is not filling for them.
I know. I just feel like, though, you live with someone. How could you not know that they're not okay? You know? I mean, I guess you really don't know someone, really, honestly. But you're not in their head and in their thoughts. Like, you really don't know. Somebody could be truly living a double life, and you'd think, oh, I'm smart. I'd know. I'd see the signs. I'd figure it out. But like, I don't know. Like, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a weird story.
It is. Perfect Wife. Go check it out on Hulu. It is available for the stream. Good times.
Good times.
And I think that'll do it for us for this episode of the Married with Channels podcast.
Yep.
Married couple talking TV shows and movies. Hopefully we come back with another episode sooner rather than later.
We'll see.
We do have a couple on the plate.
Yeah.
In the chamber.
Yep.
House of Dragons comes to mind.
Ooh.
The new Boys season.
Oh yeah.
A couple others in there as well.
Yeah, watching some things. We are.
Indeed. Until
when we have time.
Yeah. Make sure you follow the podcast. Give us a good review. We're on Twitter at MarriedWChans with 2 N's.
Share. Tell your friends.
Absolutely. Until next time, I'm Moose.
I'm Jody.
We'll see you later.
Bye.